Welcome back to the channel, guys. Should Garrett replace Dalton? What's up with Kellen Moore's play calling? Let's get into it. All right, so this is our first trip into the red zone. We're running the ball on first down. I don't have a problem with that. You got to stay balanced. I wish we would pass the ball a little more on first down and run on second down, but no problems with the run here. Picked up 2 yards. Second down and 8. Kellen Moore calls a tight end screen. If you've watched the games this year, you'll know this play has not been very successful. It really depends on every single guy winning individual battles and making right decisions. That's true for the tight end screens, wide receiver screens. And it just happens so rarely for the Cowboys, right? So Gallup is running a post. CeeDee Lamb is going to be in motion, going out into the flat. Coop is running a really lazy out and up, and then Schultz is faking a block and then just turning around looking for the pass. That's the first read, right? So when your first read's open, that's where you go with the ball. You'll look on the backside and you'll see that Gallup is going to be open, but that's just not the way the play is designed. It's designed to go to Schultz, and Schultz is open. Take a look at CeeDee Lamb up at the top of your screen. Once this ball's out, CeeDee Lamb has to, be looking to get involved in the play, try to get a block, spring Schultz. Biotish has pulled, and then we have Zach Martin. He's fallen down, but that doesn't matter. He's an athletic guy. He's going to get back into the play, but he's got to get his head around, and he's got to be looking for number 31, block downfield, trying to get Schultz some extra yardage, right? So if you're looking at Lamb, and he's got no interest in blocking, and then Zach Martin gets back into the play, but he doesn't block downfield. We'll see it at a better angle here. He falls down, and like I said, he's an athletic guy. He gets back up, but turn your head around, man. You've got 31. You get a block on him, and you're going to spring Schultz up the field for another 2 or 3 yards. And this is 3rd and 5, I think, and I don't have a problem with Dalton's decision here. He decides to look for Coop on a go route. You'll see it at this angle. It's a miss. When we break down the routes, right, so Gallup is on this dart route, Coop is on a go, and this defender's going to slide over to pick up Gallup on the other end of after he makes his break, and they've got this little natural rub there, just a little bit of interference, and I think it throws Coop just off of his route enough. He creates a timing problem that Coop is not able to get to the landmark where Dalton is throwing the ball, but he does have Coop open, so I don't mind the play. Obviously, we've got Gallup underneath with that rub, and he's open, probably fighting for a first down. But, it went to Coop, and like I said, I don't think I have a problem with that decision. This is a deep ball to Coop for a touchdown. I think Dalton's been playing pretty good. There are things that he can do better, but I think there's a mix of, mistakes. Look at this little veteran OPI creating a little space. If the ref calls that, Cowboy Nation goes crazy. So good thing he didn't. But I think there's some play calling issues, right? So this is 3rd and 1. We run this jet sweep. We had a little bit of success with this play against Minnesota last week. But watch Zeke on this play. And again, a lot of the problems here are execution issues. I don't know where Zeke is going, right? Like I'm really not sure what he's trying to do, what his goal is on this play. He should be hitting this hole for this linebacker. Instead, when he misses that, the linebacker shoots that gap and forces CeeDee Lamb upfield. We only needed 1 yard here. If Zeke makes that block, we'd probably pick up a first down. Again, I don't think we've had a whole lot of success on these kind of plays. You can watch it again. I think there are more creative ways to pick up a first down, throwing the ball and running the ball. This is 4th down. A lot of y'all didn't like the decision. I don't care if we're throwing the ball or running the ball on 4th down. I don't mind the decision to throw, but I do hate this route, right? I think there are way easier ways to pick up 1 yard, right? I think mesh, I think crossing routes, a drag route, a naked bootleg where you've got wide receivers that are running away from the defenders. But this is, a 7-yard stop, and it's difficult to get open on this kind of play, especially on 4th down. They're going to be playing you tight. But, that's a Kellen Moore issue. Dalton throws a perfect pass. CeeDee Lamb almost catches it with no eyes because of this pass interference, right? So the problem picking up this first down isn't on Dalton. It's not even on CeeDee Lamb. The issue is the refs missed a pass interference, right? So this is our 2nd trip into the red zone. And on first down, we're calling a wide receiver screen. And again, these plays rely so much on every single guy out there winning their individual battles and then Gallup making a good decision as far as where he's going to go with the ball once he catches it. You're going to see CeeDee Lamb blocks his man. Coop has his man sealed. I really think that he's expecting Gallup to go right up behind him to pick up 3 or 4 yards. Gallup turns it upfield. Look at Coop. He's like, what's going on here? This is second down. And this is a play where I think Dalton makes a good decision. Could have made a much better decision. We pick up, I think, 5 yards on this underneath throw to Gallup. But we're going to break down the routes, and I think you're going to see there are some tight windows for a touchdown passes down the field, right? So this is all go with shallow underneath. Lamb and Gallup are running this switch release, and then Schultz is the seam, right? So Gallup is the first option, Schultz is 2, and then Coop is number 3. Defense is showing middle field closed, but they're actually going to bail into a quarters defense. And then they're bringing a corner blitz. The pass pro is good, right? So Dalton has plenty of time to throw the ball. So the first read is going to be Gallup running the shallow cross, and it's not there. The second read is Schultz, and I think that if Dalton anticipates that throw, that's a touchdown. It's a tight window for sure, but Dalton can make that pass. This defender is running with Schultz. That's going to vacate the middle of the field, so I think he's got Coop open also. He can lead him up the field. I get it. He doesn't want to throw a pick. He doesn't want to make a bad decision in the red zone, but I think he's got to let that ball go. Ultimately, he goes to Gallup, positive yardage, so it's a good decision. And then this is third down. What's Kellen Moore doing, right? 3rd and 5 in the red zone. I think we can be more aggressive. Like I said, there's so many more creative play calls. This is just unimaginative offense. Play doesn't go anywhere. We settle for a field goal. This is Zeke's fumble. And again, Dalton is going to get too much credit on wins, and he's going to get too much blame on losses. But this is the kind of unforced error that is hard for a team to recover from. This isn't a defender making punching the ball out. This is literally Zeke just dropping the ball. There's no contact on this play. It just slips out of his hands. And, it's tough for teams to recover from those types of unforced errors. This is going to be a 3rd and 7 in the third quarter. Washington's bringing simulated pressure. They're showing that they're rushing 6. They're really just going to bring 5 on this play. But the pass pro is really bad. When I say really bad, they bring five pass rushers, and 4 of them get their hands on Dalton. We'll see it better from the end zone view. J.T. O'Sullivan, quarterback that bounced around the league for many years, said when guys are standing up at the line of scrimmage like this, moving around as a quarterback, it feels like they're bringing 12, is how he's described it. The Cowboys get to the line so early on this play. It was kind of a hurry-up play, or they got to the line with basically no huddle. And so they should have been able to figure out the pass pro. And there's just terrible pass pro breakdowns here. Individual losses, bad scheme as far as blocking schemes. So 55 and 53 are running this little game. 94 is going to be rushing straight up the middle. He's going to get double teamed. He's going to beat both guys. And then 90 is doing what they do against Steele, which is a speed rush around the outside. Steele has shown all year long that he cannot keep up with those guys. Pollard is moving over to pick up the blitz or to pick up the stunt, and he's really the only one that does his job. That's the only guy that doesn't get there. Watch this again. You're going to see 94 on this kind of bull rush up the middle. He gets double teamed, and this is the biggest L, right? Biotish and 66 are double teaming him. He still gets through there. And then 66 never comes off his man to pick up 55 on the stunt. It's just bad pass pro. Dalton really never had a chance on this play. This is 3rd and 10 in the third quarter. At this point, the score is 20-13. This touchdown would have tied the game up. And Dalton throws a strike to CeeDee Lamb. We're going to see it here. Hits him right in the hands. I mean, literally right in his face. And CeeDee Lamb just drops the ball. This is the broadcast view, and you'll see it pretty clearly here. The defender isn't causing problems. It had nothing to do with the defender. This is just a drop. Again, when you lose, the quarterback's going to get a lot of blame. But again, I think it's hard to put this on Dalton. Now, with all the good things he did during this game, this was one of these plays that I think he has to keep down and distance in mind to pick up the first down. I think he's trying to make a big play, and he ends up taking a sack. We got mesh underneath. This is going to be a 15-yard out. And then CeeDee Lamb is going to be out in the flat, right? So we're going to pause this a couple of different times. So CeeDee Lamb is the first read, and he's open. The second read is Zeke underneath. And the third read is reading these two guys together high-low. So when we go back to the end zone view, we'll be able to see him go through his progression. Lamb is open. Get the ball out. You'll only need 4 yards for the first down. He goes to his second read, and really he should be reading Zeke, because on these mesh routes you read the underneath receiver, but it looks like he's looking to Schultz, and then he looks at that deep out. By that time, the window's closed, clock's run out. So this is one of those plays, down and distance wise, I think we could do way better. This is the punt fake. I don't think anybody likes faking a punt deep in your own end zone, especially on 4th and 10. But architecture wise, they've got a guy open 25 yards down the field, and any NFL player can make that throw. Any wide receiver can make a 25-yard throw to a wide open receiver down the field. As I've watched this over and over, what I think is happening is that Wilson is just trying to be a hero. He never even looks to throw the ball. And if you look at these blockers, they are not expecting him to run the ball. They've got their heads looking back. They're not looking for defenders to block, right? They're not expecting him to run. And I think realistically, running a reverse on 4th and 10 just doesn't make a whole lot of sense on a fake punt. And this is the pick six. On this play, we're going to look at some pass pro stuff, right? So 99 is bailing into coverage. 93 is rushing up the right. 94 and 90 are going to be making room up the B gap for 31 and 58 who are blitzing. Right, so it's easy to look at Steele, come back over to pick up the guys blitzing and think that he's making a bad decision. But these guys are taught that you want to let the guy rushing around the outside go. These runners have a much more direct path to the QB, and you want to pick them up. So it's on Dalton to find Schultz to get the ball out in the flat. When the defense heats you up like that, it's on the QB, right? He's got to make the decision. And, here, 90 makes a hell of a play. Yeah, it happens sometimes. We took a tough L. Hopefully we get a win this week against Baltimore. Guys, again, if you like the content, you like the Cowboys, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like. There'll be more content later in the week.